500 years had passed, and the fruits of Christianity in the Philippines is now being relished by the faithful all over the country. Together, let us take a trip down memory lane and look at the most eventful times in our diocese as we take part in this momentous event of our Christian faith. On the place that used to be rice paddies 70 years ago, now stands the Immaculate Conception Cathedral, the seat of the Diocese of Cubao. In 1935, a small chapel was built on rice fields and was administered by Father Henry Desmond, a priest from the Society of the Divine Word. The SVD priests attended to the pastoral and spiritual needs of a limited farming community. The chapel built was dedicated to San Isidro Labrador and belonged to Sacred Heart Parish in Camuning. On December 8, 1949, the patron San Isidro Labrador was changed to Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception. On July 15, 1950, the community chapel was canonically erected to become the Immaculate Conception Parish, with Father Juan Simon as its first parish priest. After many years, the SVD community passed on their legacy and turned over the administration of the Immaculate Conception Parish to the Archdiocese of Manila on April 30, 1990. Monsignor Rinaldo Celso was installed as the first diocesan parish priest by His Eminence Jaime Cardinal Sin. With the continued growth of the Christian community that was becoming more and more diverse, with the influx of Filipinos migrating from the provinces into the city, the Archdiocese of Manila recognized the ever greater challenge of keeping the faithful together. The Archdiocese needed to give birth to suffragan dioceses. On June 28, 2003, the Diocese of Cubao was established. However, a diocese doesn't stand on its own without having a cathedral.
The word cathedral comes from the Latin word cathedra. It means a seat. It's more of the symbol because a seat is a piece of furniture, just like the chair of the board. We don't speak of a chair, but it's the position of someone in a corporation. So in the Catholic Church, we use the word cathedral to signify the place where the bishop, resides. Well, when you say episcopacy, it means literally, it's a Greek, overseer. So the bishops are asked to oversee a particular jurisdiction of the church, which we call diocese. So in a diocese, there is only one cathedral. And usually, that's the place where the bishop resides. Maybe the strong devotion of a particular community, and so they name it, just like in the diocese, we have 4 parishes under the patronage of Mary, the Immaculate Conception. And Christ, who is higher, of course, Christ the King, we have only 2. Okay? Our Lady of Perpetual Help, we have 2. So, how come? I think it's more of the choice of the people, their devotion, their subculture.
Filipinos' Marian devotion was undeniable and has never been stronger. This is the reason why the Filipino people have been called Pueblo Amante de Maria, or people in love with Mary. The Immaculate Conception Cathedral of Cubao is known for promoting the devotion to Mary. This focus is evident not only in the pastoral activities that build up the devotion, but also through the art depicted on its walls. The beautiful stained glass windows of the cathedral exhibit the most important scenes of the life of Mary. The Annunciation to the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and image of Our Lady of Pentecost.
You know, when we were doing the renovations, I followed the style of the church, which is of the cathedral, which is parang neo-Romanesque na may pagka-neoclassic. So ang inspiration are also from sources na ganun. For instance, in the 19th century, there were churches in Europe that were built in that style, like the Sacré-Cœur and Almudena in Madrid. And those are among the sources that I looked at and got inspired. I also looked at a lot of classical paintings. I said we have to choose also scenes in the Virgin's life that have some kind of dramatic impact when we build the stained glass. So the three large windows, of course, for the facade, we have the Immaculate Conception. And then sa lateral facade facing Lantana, the Blessed Virgin as the mother of the church, so Pentecost. That's why we chose Pentecost. And then the opposite side, of course, kasi I have a devotion for St. Joseph, and so did Monsignor Dan. So we both agreed to dedicate that window to St. Joseph.
Truly, the Immaculate Conception Cathedral of Cubao is not just rich in history, but also a perfect presentation of art and devotion. The cathedral that has withstood the test of time for 7 decades has also been a place that witnessed remarkable events in the diocese. Ordinations, weddings, establishment of the diocese's judicial tribunal, and the solemn rite for the opening of the cause for beatification and canonization of the servant of God, Darwin Ramos, on August 28, 2019. And although a lot of memories have been made in the years past, we still have many things to look forward to.
Very important para sa cathedral na maipasa, no? Maipasa yung pananampalataya, no? Ma-share, no? Sa mas maraming tao. At sana yun ang magpatuloy, no? At this is a responsibility of everyone that yung bawat isa may maiaambag, yung bawat isa may maibibigay para siguraduhin na yung pananampalataya ay naibabahagi, no? And that is every responsibility of parents, for example, in their family, tapos yung catechists, no, sa mga estudyante nila, o kaya sa mga fellow ministers. No, I think what is important is we continue to grow in our motivation to share, no? Ang debosyon sa mahal na Birhen, paalaala sa atin, ay ang paglalim ng ating kalooban na matulad sa kalooban ng mahal na Birheng Maria. So, imitation, no? Ang tunay na deboto ng mahal na ina ay ang pagtulad sa kanya. Tularan ang halimbawa ng mahal na Birhen. At yan, walang kapalit yan sapagkat yan ay kalugod-lugod, hindi lang sa mahal na ina, kundi sa ating Panginoon. Hindi pwede tayong magpatalo sa takot, no? Lagi tayong maghahanap ng paraan para ibahagi ang pananampalataya na tinanggap natin mula sa Panginoon, mula sa mga misyonero. Lagi tayo maghahanap ng paraan kung paano maging misyonero, kung paano maging magmisyon, no? We always have to look for ways. Anong meron tayo ngayon? Online. Anong meron tayo ngayon? Social media, no? Anong meron tayo ngayon? Chat, no? Napakaraming pwede nating i-message mga kaibigan, mga kakilala na dumadaan sa mga pagsubok o kaya naman may sakit o nasa quarantine. No, we have to, kailangan natin silang kamustahin araw-araw. We continue to find ways how to spread the good news. Oo, maraming pagsubok, maraming nawawala ng pag-asa, pero nasa puso ng pananampalataya natin, meron pa ring mabuting balita. At kailangan hindi tayo nawawalan ng lakas at ng gana para maghanap ng mga pagkakataon para ipahayag ang mabuting balita ng ating Panginoon.
The Immaculate Conception Cathedral of Cubao joins the celebration.
We stand before the grand horizon, 500 years of faith, grateful today. We bear the gift of mission, totally yours, we give ourselves, faithfully yours until the end. To your mission, Lord, we give our yes. Go where the sun rises above the hills, share the word and serve those who are in need. Let the morning star accompany your way, spread the fire of mission for the Lord. We stand before the grand horizon, 500 years of faith, grateful today. We bear the gift of mission, totally yours, we give ourselves, faithfully yours until the end. To your mission, Lord.